to get to the next level. When I think about greatness, I think about a seed. When you have a seed, we were all as seeds originally. So when you're a seed, you got to make sure you nurture that seed. You got to make sure that soil is in good foundation. So when I think about when I was in high school, my mom, I brought home a C. It was probably my first and last C, because she rolled her eyes real hard and did all. I'm like, what is going on with you? And she's like, you can do better. So when we think about a GPA and we're not excelling to the highest capacity of what God thinks that we can do, he don't roll his eyes. I'm sure because we can do better. So when we think about greatness, when you get to greatness, you got to grow into greatness. When you have that seed, you got to wait. You got to nurture that seed. You got to have the right soil, the right watering, the right light. So what are we doing to nurture our seed? When you think about Proverbs 31:10, a noble woman, to be noble, it's a characteristic of integrity. It's a wise woman, a gentle woman, a woman that is a hard worker. Are we all of these? Because if we're putting that noble character into our seed, God is like, okay, so you're stable, you're working on it. Now let's grow some roots. Anything that has to grow, it hurts sometimes. So sometimes we got to take away some things. We got to work on some things, shave some things down so we can work towards our greatness. Kobe, Oprah, Bill Gates, they just didn't become millionaires overnight. They had to work towards those things. So we working on our attitudes? Are we working on our patience skills? Are we working on our communication? Are we working on staying in the word? Are we working our relationship with God? Because all of it matters to become great, especially in your business. So when we work towards greatness, then we can then inherit the power. But sometimes we think of power as authority. Oh, I can take this power. Sometimes I can abuse it. But sometimes power is the patience that we have within. That is power, because we can control the distractions on the outside. I remember last year I was kind of going through it. My father had passed away, and there was, family dysfusions, and there's a lot of distractions on the outside. So I'm sitting watching TV, because sometimes God will meet you where you at. So sometimes I was watching TV and God said, find your inner Mr. Miyagi. And I'm like, Mr. Miyagi? Holy Spirit said, Mr. Miyagi. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch the Karate Kid. So as I watched the Karate Kid, I realized Mr. Miyagi had Daniel's son. He had the bullies at the school. He had the bullies in front of him. But he controlled his inner peace. You can control the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit will give you everything that you need. It will give you patience. It will control everything around you. If you can control your environment, you can control the way you react. And the way you react is what God has given us to. He wants us to be virtuous women in our businesses so we can grow to the highest capacity, so we can reach to the masses that need us. Sometimes if I'm not reaching 10 people on here, at least it's one person that God gave me a word of encouragement to reach. I've done my job. But I have to keep nourishing myself. I have to keep being obedient, because obedience is better than sacrifice. If I keep working at it and working at it and working at it, God can use me for the greater good. So once you grow, the seed is greatness. The roots is power, because now you spread it out. Now you're steady. Now you're ready to blossom. The blossoming stage is the access, okay? To get access, you have to understand who you are. You're the daughter of a king. You are royalty. You are worthy. You are more than enough. You have to really walk into it. I want to say Matthew 2 is when King Herod found out that there was a baby Jesus about to be born. And King Herod was all about power. He's like, ain't no way no baby about to take me out. I got the power. I know who I am. Let's take this baby out. So Mary and Joseph, they got the word from the angel, look, look, Mary, Joseph, y'all got to go. King Herod about to come. He want to kill y'all. He could take that baby and go over to Egypt. So meaning is when you're in the crowning stage, where you're in the robust stage of growing, you have to be mindful who's in that hospital room. Any mothers on the line, if you're about to give birth, it's that doctors, is the person you conceive with, and a couple of midwives. You cannot have everybody around you, because it's very vital. Everyone is not there for the birthing process. And I'm talking to those right now who are at the stage of the crowning. It's 3 stages to labor. You have the pain, you have the travail. The second is the crowning, and the third is the delivery. All those who are in the crowning, you are about to birth your idea. You about to birth the power that's within you. So you have to be mindful, because there's King Herods out there. Homegirls, homeboys look like they're your friend, but as soon as you tell them the idea, they're gonna kill your baby. So now you gotta wait a couple of more years to God give you the ideas for your businesses so it can multiply. So be very mindful. I remember my husband had bought me this outfit, and I have been wearing sweats and jeans for the last couple of years in COVID. So he bought me this outfit. It was a really nice outfit, thick material. We know that thick material is the good material. So we went to this event, and I walk in and I get snares at women. And I'm like, I told you don't buy me this outfit. They looking at me crazy. He said, it's not the outfit, it's the person in the outfit. So I want to let you know, God plays favor in you. It's your light. It's never what you have on the outside. It's never what you look like on the outside. It's what your light is going to attract the dark. And you have to continue to let your light shine. Never dim your light for anyone, because you don't know how your light is shining bright on someone to break someone completely down. They don't know what's wrong with them, but now the mirror is reflected in front of them, and now they're changing, all because you just stood. You stood with your head up high, your back straight, and you are you. Okay? And sometimes we always have to remember who we are. We're not looking like the Instagram models. We don't have to wear this or wear that. We always representing our Father. When you go out in the streets, remember you represent the Father. If you go out to the store, they can tell you Sabrina's daughter. They can tell I'm Dave's daughter. Why? Because of what I carry, who I am. I don't have to open my mouth. So when you walk into the boardroom, when you walk into the gym, before you even open your mouth, they know that's a holy woman. That's a godly woman. So I just want to say right now that every person on this line has a higher calling. And remember, it is not your business, it's his business, it's kingdom business. So I just thank you for this opportunity to break down GPA, and remind you, you always have to know, what is your GPA? What is God grading you? Because at the end of the day, obedience is always better than sacrifice. Thank you for your time.
Yay! Thank you for your time. That was really powerful.
Thank you.
And there were so many